Guys, welcome back to another episode of Cutthroat Casters. We are out here searching muddy basins for big jumbo perch. Now, we're gonna catch the odd rainbow or two, but our main goal is to catch a bucket full of perch for some delicious eating and some fun lake trout catching action. I have not fished this bay yet this year. I've heard rumors of there being perch caught out of here and halfway decent perch. 2 bays up the lake here is where we caught that perch that you guys saw in 2 videos ago, or last video. And all they really do is they go from deep main lake structure, you know, towards the end of the ice fishing season. They start to migrate up here, so it's not peak yet for perch. You know, when they're hitting that shallow water, that's where that food's coming in. But there's a little inlet over here, right here behind me, and a little channel that runs all the way through here. This is usually pretty good perch fishing. I haven't fished this yet this year. You guys are here fishing this for the first time with me. And yeah, let's get a hole drilled and just start scanning. We're gonna drill holes and scan with the hummingbird and see what we can't jig up. If I start to mark some, that's the biggest goal we have to find schools or find moving fish travel route before that sun goes down. We got about, using the 4-finger rule, we got 2.5 hours left of sunlight. So if we can find that spot where the perch are hanging out in the next hour, get set up another 30 minutes, that would be prime. Because once you're set up, I'll fish into the dark if I'm set up and, you know, on a good spot. But we gotta find those perch. Let's start drilling. Spot number 1. First lure we're gonna be searching for these perch with 1/8 ounce red tungsten jig. Get that on our perch rod here, and let's start looking for them. Let's start jigging. So I got that pole drop down now. 9 feet of water down in this shallow muddy basin. We're gonna give each spot 5 total minutes on the clock. If we don't get something, next spot. There we go. There we go. That is not what we're after. That's what's up here feeding on all these perch. Feisty rainbow. This one's probably 14.5, 15 inches. Not a bad, pretty little fish, but let's get her back down there, get rigged up, and if we catch one more rainbow out of this hole, then we're moving spots just like that, because those rainbows, they'll chase those perch out of an area so fast. Those perch are already moving almost constantly, and when they see a predator come in like that, they're almost certainly gone. We are moving northbound. Whenever there's old tents like this spot and you're perch fishing, or really any fishing, look and see if there's blood. If they've got blood around or any evidence of like fish that have been thrown on the ice, it's usually a good sign that there's fish in the area. This one right up here looks really promising. Oh yeah, this one looks really promising. Let's see if these guys got anything. 5-minute clock starts now. There we go. Finally. Nice. Let's go. Ow. And he retaliated. This is our first perch. Nice, solid, probably 7.5, 8-incher. Not terrible. And the old tap job. Here they come. There we go. Let's go. Haha, little guy. That's a cute little perch. Doing the Colorado fin spread. Haha. Alright, drop that back down. Can't tell if these ones up higher are bigger or the ones down lower are bigger. Oh, he's coming up. There we go. Yeah, alright, that's a little bit bigger. Nice, back to that first size here. Chubby perch. Alright. There we go. Haha! Another little dinker. But we're on them. We're on them. All right, I think those two are probably enough for bait in the next couple of days here. Now I'll get a couple more larger ones for dinner. Oh, I got them. This one feels pretty fat. Oh yeah, chubby little perch. That's an eater, no doubt. Let's go. Let's go, and it's the biggest one of the night. This is the biggest fish we've pulled up so far. A definite keeper here. That. Come on, stop wiggling. Stop wiggling. Stop wiggling and start waggling. Is a beautiful Western Colorado perch. Awesome fish. Not as big as what's in here, but nice fish. A perfect eater. But a lot of people don't know this, but perch are one of the only fish that have little spines. Kind of like catfish, I guess. But they have like a bluegill or walleye or bass dorsal fin. And then right back here, they have a pokey. You can kind of see it right there, right on the tip of that gill plate. And those things are quite sharp, and they do hurt if you get hit. That's why when you catch them and you have them in your hand, as soon as they come out of the water, their gills are all flared and they're just flailing their neck. They're trying to stab whatever's trying to eat them to get that reaction to let go. But that's a nice fish. Add it to our pile. No jumbos as of yet, but some really solid, you know, quality fish. Like I said, I'm fishing this shallow bay, right? And the main lake is out here in front of me. And those perch will come in off the main lake, you know, points or whatever, you know, those steep drop-offs, and they'll come back into these shallower, muddy bays. Ooh, missed one. And they're in search of food. You know, a lot of times they get pushed off by predators. You know, we have rainbow trout, brown trout, lake trout, especially salmon in here, that just gorge themselves on perch. That's the main forage. I mean, that's the only forage bait fish in here, other than like I guess little versions of, you know, those game fish. But those perch will get chased off those, you know, deep water or steep drop-offs and come back into these shallow bays. That's where safety is. That's where, you know, a bunch of food, a bunch of nutrients is. And you get those algae blooms back in these shallow bays because it gets a little bit warmer up in here and that sun hits it. So a lot of times that's where those phytoplankton like to be. And yeah, that's why you get a bunch of perch up in these bays. But we got lucky, and it took one hole and I caught one rainbow about 25-30 yards behind me. Came up here, saw this old spot it looks like it's been fished for a while. And a lot of times those perch will move in because these guys throwing down bait or whatever, and even if they weren't catching any, those perch will move in and start eating and foraging and school up underneath these spots. So, I mean, they're not always great spots, but they're definitely worth the check, especially if the holes are already open. And I didn't have to drill a hole for this one. We've just been catching them just straight out to somebody else's hole. Can't complain. Let's keep jigging. We're going to have to set up that tent here soon. That sun's going to head down, and it's going to get kind of cold. So I think we might head over, start trying to get that set up, and you guys stay tuned. Let's catch some more. Here we go. You a keeper? No. Little bitty. That is what we're after. Not that size. All right. We have the tent all set up here and good to go. I'm gonna talk some more, but we got the same red tungsten jig, 1/8 ounce, just with the red mustache jig on it as well. We had that on a little bit stiffer of a rod here with lighter line. So hopefully we might be able to feel it. Wouldn't that be something? actually be able to feel the perch bite. That'd be cool. There we go. There we go. That's a heck of a perch. That's a perch. Nope. Nope. That's why the perch wouldn't be biting. Dang trout scaring them away. Nice rainbow here. What I got? I just got something on this. That is an edible perch. Let's go. If you can lip it, it's a keeper. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 barred perch. Not terrible. Not at all. On the ice he goes. There we go. That is another keeper. Let's go. That's freaking awesome. That is a beauty. 7-stripe perch. Beautiful. On the ice he goes to join his friends. Day number 2 of perch fishing adventure. And let's just say last night was a fiasco. Not only did we catch a ton of perch, but as soon as it got dark, we were still catching perch. They were a little fewer and far between. We fished till probably 8 or 9, probably 8:30, and the perch stopped biting. We ended up catching a sucker, you know, of all things, at night. That's what was hitting. We couldn't tell if we were still on a school perch because the marks were still pretty thick, but it looked like we had gotten onto like a school of like suckers or something. It was weird. I've never really seen something like that, but I've never fished this area at night either. But we're set up back here today, same spot. It's a little bit farther away, but we should be able to make something happen here. I'm going to get quiet, and I'm going to see if we can't draw on some fish, and yeah, get on them and start nailing them again. Here we go. Let's get jigging. Hooked up. Oh, come on. We just had something fly in here, and he hit the dead bait rod. It's a rainbow. Ooh. Oh. It's kind of a nice fat rainbow too. That ain't bad. That's not what we're after here. But, I mean, I guess we're after fish, so I hope you guys like watching me catch rainbows when I say I'm going to catch perch. A beautiful, probably 17.5, 18-inch rainbow. Let's get her back in the water quick. What an awesome fish. Awesome bycatch, that's for sure. Beautiful fish. Let's get her back down. Just haven't hit my dead stick again. There we go. If it's a perch, it's absolutely giant. Guess what? It's not. It's a rainbow. Nice rainbow. Another rainbow on the board. Not a bad, probably 16.5, 17. Not quite as big, maybe half inch shy of the last one, but really quality rainbow. Not a perch, but rainbows are fun too. They put up a heck of a fight. Let's get her back down in the water, back where she belongs. We're going on a trip. Let's go. Finally, had this little guy barely nip me down there. Cute little guy, but that's what we're after. That's the first one of the day. Let's keep fishing, see if we can't get bigger ones for dinner. Now, we're starting to put something together. That, my friends, is a keeper. Borderline keeper, but a keeper nonetheless. Back-to-back drops. This one, unfortunately, is back in that category of too small to keep. And I'm not keeping any more for bait. I got plenty. I like to put everything to use, so I fillet all the fish I keep, and then I use the carcasses as bait. I think it's kind of wasteful. You know, at least for me, I'd rather eat the fish and catch fish on it. So that's a win-win. I've got them patterned now. Too small, but we're on them. This is a big perch, guys. This is a big perch. This is a big perch. This is a giant perch. Oh my gosh, he's almost pulling drag. If this is a perch, it's giant. There's no way it's a perch. It's a rainbow, dang it. Oh. I got so excited. I was like, it's a giant perch. Oh man. It's still fun to catch fish, but when your target fish is a lot smaller and you hook something like that, you think it's a giant. Nice rainbow. That's the third rainbow of the day. It's a bycatch. Oof. We're starting to really get on them here. Nothing too crazy. Another little toss backer. That's tiny. That's another tiny one.